signal to the world we are open for business.
We are now open for business. This is 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗲 bringing you yet another episode to guide you in discovering your passion and growing your business as we learn from experts in the field. Sama-sama tayong matuto sa isa na namang makabuluhang usapan tungo sa pagpapaunlad ng inyong negosyo. Ang Open for Business ay mapapanood nyo rin sa Facebook at YouTube. Siguraduhin mag-like at mag-subscribe sa aming social media page at Net25TV. Alamin natin, suriin mula sa mga negosyante, thought leaders at mga personalidad sa iba't ibang larangan ang kanilang mga strategies, trends at mahalagang karanasan sa pagninegosyo dahil tayo ay open for business. Craving unlimited chicken wings. Discover how Wingfinity and Beyond is winging it with the Eat All You Can experience. Ron Jeremy Quan lets us in on the secret beyond his quick service restaurant offerings and franchise opportunities. Watch out for the wings of opportunity and take your cravings to new heights.
Jamie Harrell bringing you business news and information here on Open for Business. Government's debt reaches 16.75 trillion pesos in April. Now, the national government's debt reached 16.75 trillion pesos as of end April, up by 0.41% versus March 2025, said the Bureau of Treasury early this week. It added that the increase was mitigated by the strong peso, which reduced the impact of additional borrowings on the fiscal program. With the peso's appreciation, the value of dollar-denominated securities shrank by 3.85 billion pesos. Bank lending higher in April. Outstanding loans from the country's banks were marginally higher in April at 13.25 trillion pesos. Now that's up by 11.12% from 11.91 trillion in the same month last year. The data from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, also known as BSP, showed that while lending in April was high, it was the slowest growth in 5 months. The slower expansion in lending activities in the real estate sector was the primary reason for the minimal growth in April. Now, in corporate news, SEC greenlights Maynilad's IPO. The Securities and Exchange Commission approved and banked Maynilad's Water Services Inc.'s plan to do initial public offerings, also known as IPO, in July. The water distribution company plans to float 1.66 billion common shares at up to 20 pesos per stock, an over-allotment option of up to 249.05 million shares, and preferred stock of up to 24.9 million shares are also planned to be offered. The company is expected to earn 37.41 billion pesos, provided that the offer is fully subscribed, said the SEC. More IPO news, GCash operator approves stock split. Mint or Globe Fintech Innovations, the operator of digital wallet GCash, has approved a stock split aiming to increase the number of common shares for its planned IPO, according to its disclosure statement to the Philippine Stock Exchange. Mint's board of directors approved the reduction in par value of its common shares from 1 peso to 3 centavos per share. This move increases the number of shares available for the IPO from 2.15 billion to 71.66 billion common shares. The company is still waiting for the SEC's approval. And that's the business roundup for this week. I'm Jamie Harrell for Open for Business.
This portion is brought to you by Pure Gold. Sa Pure Gold, always mura, always kompleto, always may promo, always panalo.
The Cine Bata Video Festival is calling for submission of video entries for, by, and with children, with this year's theme, The Magic of Peace. Deadline for submission of entries is on June 9, 2025. For details, visit or contact the following.
Without a doubt, chicken is the undisputed winner for most people eating protein. It's so versatile that you can have it in many ways, but the ultimate favorite is the fried version. In the Philippines, chicken has become the preferred protein, with per capita consumption reaching 1.81 million tons in 2023, according to a study. As the demand for chicken continues to soar, innovative dining concepts are capturing the hearts and appetites of Filipinos nationwide. Today, we spotlight Wingfinity Beyond, a restaurant franchise business that's redefining the eat-all-you-can chicken wing experience. Join us as we explore their journey, business model, and the opportunities they offer to aspiring entrepreneurs, together with its founder, Ron Jeremy Quan. Welcome to Open for Business. How are you, Ron?
Good. I'm good, Cesar. How are you?
I'm fine. Habang binabasa ko at sinasabi ko yung introduction natin, nagugutom tuloy ako. Because I see Wingfinity Beyond concept store near us. So, bukod po sa paborito niyong chicken wings, ano po ba yung dahilan pa? What's the reason why you set up this business?
Well, the reason in setting up the business was during the pandemic.
Oh, so it's just
2021.
Yeah, that's about
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years. And the reason behind it is during pandemic, people were locked in their homes. And the idea came up that when they go out, they'll surely be looking for food and also for some innovative and creative concept. You know? So I thought by myself that why not unlimited wings? Eat all you can. You know? For sure, paglabas ng tao, pupuntahan talaga yan.
Yes, but Ron, I remember during the pandemic, diba, it was the restaurants, the malls that were deeply affected by the pandemic, and you know the malls were closed, restaurants were closed. So what did you do? Were there delivery stores or outlets that you opened?
No, I opened the first branch in Mandaluyong. Dine-in na. I waited for the quarantine to be medyo lumuwag.
Okay.
So I opened a small dining restaurant. I started with 45 square meter restaurant that has 5 to 6 tables. And since I opened, it was always full.
Some people may say it's ironic because there's fear before of another pandemic. Kasi sabi nila, naku, wag nang brick and mortar yung itayo natin. Ano na lang tayo? Online na lang. But here you are, Ron. Parang somehow you threaded the other path. You waited, you said, and then opened this one. So what was your insight then? Parang saan ang galing yun? As a businessman, siyempre you have that business acumen na feel mo. So,
because I was talking to friends, they were eager to go out. They were eager to go out and to explore new things. And before I opened this one, I had a small coffee and milk tea shop that is delivering. It was born out of the passion for service and food. Alam na natin, sa business, kailangan malakas ang loob mo. You have to try everything to venture into this.
Pero Ron, you said you have this coffee and
milk tea.
You know, that's something already. And we know that, especially for Filipinos, we love coffee. Ayan, may kape tayo dito. Pero, bakit chicken wings naman? Although, you know, somehow there's logic in it because after this drinks, you now have to have food naman. Pero, why did you choose chicken wings?
Well, because I have for the coffee and milk tea shop, I have a buffalo wings serving. So, one time when a customer came in and ordered that one, they said it's too spicy, it's too and then I came up and said, why not we innovate on flavors? So, and my love I love chicken wings. I love chickens. That's where I brought up the idea to at least we have to create some new flavors to cater some other markets. Kasi the popular one is the buffalo wings.
Yes.
Talaga, So we have to make another flavor na papatok sa masa.
That's very interesting because, of course, that is also my favorite. So, di ba, pag with buffalo wings, it's like sweet and spicy. And we love that. But here you are. So, it was somehow born out of customer feedback.
Yeah.
So, how often do you do that, Ron, in terms of your business strategy? Lagi bang ganon kayo ever since na parang to create new concepts based on customer feedback?
Well, sometimes we do look at all our customers. We value their feedbacks, because, well, of course, the customers are the life of our industry. We listen to them. Sometimes from there we innovate, we create, but not all feedbacks are being considered. But those are the important things in our industry. The customers who wants to improve you.
You wanted to innovate. You came up with different flavors, and we'll ask later about that. But another thing that you introduced is eat all you can naman. So kumbaga, nag-innovate ka na nga ng flavor, ginawa mo pang eat all you can. So how were you able to identify that market? Was it also a customer feedback? Kasi di ba yung buffalo wings minsan 4 or 6?
Well, before, I love to go to eat all you can places. There are a lot of eat all you can Japanese restaurants, Chinese restaurants, even Filipino restaurants. And I saw the market. That once may eat all you can, Filipinos will surely love it. So it was
rice,
born.
mula kanin.
Yeah, mula kanin, mula drinks, kanin, and everything. Doon ko nakita yung concept from all these big restaurants that are offering eat all you can.
But Ron, we know that the eat all you can model can be challenging in terms of profitability. So what are the strategies that you have implemented to ensure that you sustain it and that you still provide high quality?
We source the lowest cost of ingredients that we can. Especially here in the Philippines. Alam naman natin the imported products are coming in the Philippines that are much more cheaper. But there's a lot more cheaper locally, from farm to market. Like our chicken wings, we source it out really from the farm, going to us. That is fresh and that is low cost. So the strategy is we should really look for quality but low cost ingredients. And for me, I really am hands-on on all our ingredients. Until now, I buy all our ingredients by myself.
Wow. The good thing there, Ron, is that you also help our local farmers.
That's right.
How many branches do you have?
I have 9.
You have
branches.
9.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you'll visit us again next time when you open your 100th or 50th branch. But in terms of sourcing, where do you get these?
We source it from poultry farms in the north. There are a lot of big poultry farms up north that supply us with all the chicken wings that we need.
Pag ganun ba, Ron, are there specific qualities that you look at in terms of chicken wings? Parang, siyempre kami, pag sinabi mong chicken wings, ano lang yan, like apple is an apple is an apple. Pero ikaw ba, siyempre, dahil ikaw yung magluluto, kayo magpo-formulate, ano yung hinahanap pag chicken wings?
Yeah, we have the right size. We need the right size and the right weight. If it's too big, it will not fit the cost.
Okay.
Too small, magreklamo ang ating customers. So we have the right size and the right grams.
When you say chicken wings, talagang ano rin parang visually also.
Yeah.
Parang ano siya, chicken wings na like the buffalo wings that we know.
Yeah,
Baka pag mas malaki na hindi na. Parang sahog na ng ano yun, ng tinola pa yun. Okay. So, with chicken being a staple in the Filipino diet and consumed by most in our country, how does Wingfinity differentiate itself from other chicken-focused quick service restaurants in the Philippines?
Offering much more sides. Some unlimited chicken wings just offer the chicken wings and the rice. But for us, we offer a lot more. That's why we term it Wingfinity and Beyond. Kasi we serve beyond wings.
Okay.
We have pasta, we have fries, nachos, and then we have the usual, the rice and the drinks.
Pero hindi na unlimited yon iba. Basta
That's
parang
also unlimited.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, after the show, guys, let's all go there. Okay, so with that in mind, again, I go back to profitability. When you said even the other offerings are unlimited, is that also the same strategy that you do with chicken wings, that you get the right source, high quality, but more affordable raw materials?
Yeah, that's right. We do that also from all the sides. So we also source out everything that are really low cost but high quality.
Para lang din sa kaalaman ng ating mga manonood, ano ba ang pinagkaiba ng offering mo bukod sa Eat All You Can concept? Sa lasa ba ito o sa flavor profile?
Well, definitely yung lasa. We concocted our own marination. We also do our own flavors from scratch. Alam naman natin, may nabibili sa market na mga flavorings ng chicken. But these are, may halo ng preservatives and everything. But we do it from scratch. All the flavors are done from scratch. And the marination itself is a secret of the company para maging mas malasa and mas tender yung chicken natin.
Wow, so yan na yung trade secret. Kumbaga, so parang may mga NDA kayo dyan, di ba?
Yeah.
Parang hindi makalabas yung...
That's right. Everything kasi, alam naman natin, with the other big quick service restaurants, they have their own secret ingredients. So tayo, dapat may secret ingredient din tayo.
Where did that come from with Filipinos? Di ba, we have very discriminating tastes, di ba? Sabi nga nila, pag Pinoy daw, extremes tayo. Di ba? Either maalat na maalat or...
Matamis na matamis.
Matamis na matamis, di ba?
Yeah.
Ganun tayo.
Yeah.
So what was your inspiration? Was there also some sort of market research or market study that you conducted so that you are able to somehow get the feel, the flavor, or the palate of the Philippines?
That's right. We do research and development. And of course, we follow the taste of the Filipinos. I've been to other countries, just like in the US. Some quick service restaurants that are Filipino branded does not suit the taste of the Americans. So, doon namin tiningnan, the Filipinos love either salty or sweet food. We concocted a marination that would fit a salty sweetness and spiciness of the food.
Pero Ron, yung customer, makakapili kung anong flavor. How many flavors do you have?
Currently, I have 16 flavors. I am on the verge of putting another 2 more flavors.
Like say, for example, a customer goes to Wingfinity and Beyond. How do you name the flavors?
Well, of course, the buffalo wings. We have the original buffalo wings. Then we have sweet soy, sweet chili.
Okay.
And recently, I just offered latte flavor. Coffee latte flavor. That's like you want coffee, may flavor na ang wings natin na coffee.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Pero of all the flavors that you have concocted, which is your best seller?
Well, the best seller, of course, is the sweet chili and the sweet soy. Alam mo man ang Pilipino, they like sweet. So, yan ang mostly being ordered, And the one that I recently launched, the coffee flavor, which is a tangy sweet and medyo mapait na coffee, is patok din sa ating mga kababayan.
Did you notice ba, Ron, of the changing palates of the Filipinos as well? Di ba, with the pandemic ba, or with the proliferation of these online deliveries, parang napansin mo bang may pagbabago din yung behavior or yung consumer tastes?
There's a lot. There's a lot of changes. Especially right now, I notice Filipinos like spicy foods nowadays. Because I also have 5 flavors that are quite spicy. And it's been moving very fast. That's what I observe with Filipinos. Before, Bicolano lang ang mahilig sa manghang. Right now, even people in Metro Manila likes the spicy flavored chicken wings.
Ron, how big is the chicken wings market? Or ikaw lang ba ang nag-pioneer nito? O malaki rin ba yung competition
No, malaki
sa
ang competition.
subsector?
Malaki ang competition with the chicken wings industry. There are big companies that are, I would not name the company, but there are several outlets there, and marami na tayong kakompetensya. And what we do is we have to be creative, we have to be innovative, especially with marketing, and also with the type of food we serve.
Speaking of standing out, you mentioned that you employ a lot of marketing strategies. Can you maybe cite some of those that seem to be more effective in marketing chicken wings?
Well, marketing chicken wings, especially, of course, in social medias, and importante yan. Young people really are into social medias. And of course, with the help of 𝗦𝗸𝗆, our customer base really increased a lot. We have to offer more promos, and of course, the flavors, we have to be innovative. We have to launch some new flavors once in a while.
But how often do you do that, Ron? In your business industry ba, parang do you do it quarterly? Do you introduce new concepts or innovations every month? In the food business, how often do you maybe change menus or introduce new innovations?
We introduce new innovations every quarter. It's either the flavors or we introduce a new type of sides, new type of drink. Kasi alam naman, customers, once may narinig silang bago, very interested yan.
Yes.
So we do it quarterly. And of course, when there are special occasions, we have to do some promos, some discounts,
This portion is brought to you by Clean and Fit. Kaibigan, feeling bloated, heavy, constipated? I-Clean and Fit mo na yan. Fix your gut. Fix your health with Clean and Fit. Available on Facebook, TikTok, Shopee, and Lazada. Every morning is a new story with Kada Umaga.
Your favorite morning show, ito po ang Kada Umaga!
Surprise performances, latest trends, expert hacks, and exciting games. Be ready to be part of the Kada Squad and enjoy your morning with Diana, Emma, and Tia. Kada Umaga, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon, only on Net25.
Let's net together. Sa Net25. Sa Net25.
Doon naman ako interesado ngayon, Ron, sa and beyond. Okay. So pagdating naman sa and beyond, which side dishes or drinks really click with Filipino consumers?
Pastas.
Mahilig din talaga tayo sa pasta.
Mahilig sa pasta. Of course, because I have 3 kinds of pastas. I have carbonara, I have the original Pinoy style spaghetti, and I have the 𝗏𝗏𝗆 chicken. But what stands out is always the Pinoy style spaghetti. Red sauce pasta with hot dogs and ground beef.
Yun ang talaga Pinoy na Pinoy.
Pinoy na Pinoy, yeah.
I observe that with the kids, di ba? Especially with the Gen Zs now. The influence of maybe the West or the Italians or, di ba? Ano na tayo parang sometimes our palate, our taste is also global na.
Yeah.
So, as you mentioned, di ba, you've studied the business. I'm sure you have also traveled. Aside from the launching of these new flavors, what else will you innovate?
As we move on, we're looking into making more sides that will cater to our customers. Because, siyempre, magsasawa sila kailangan natin dagdagan ng konting spice. That's the job of the research and development team. No, so para magkaroon tayo ng bagong flavor, magkaroon tayo ng bagong sides na i-offer. That's why, yun nga, and beyond, it's limitless.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, did you create the name as well?
Yeah, I created the name as well. Because, well, alam naman natin, infinite, no? Yeah, so, that's
So, infinite na and beyond pa.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a play of, is that Disney?
Yeah,
Oh.
Disney. Yeah,
Oh,
the
Disney.
cartoon character.
Okay. Okay. I just have to read this research. It is reported that the growth in the demand for chicken in the country has been faster than other meats. One reason being the expansion of fast food outlets. Per capita consumption of chicken rose from 11.6 kilograms in 2009 to 15.6 kilograms in 2018, with consumption averaging 13.4 kilograms per person per year. So, ganun ba katakam sa mga Pilipino ang chicken din? And what's your outlook on the demand for chicken in the country?
Well, the demand of chicken in the country is really high, because besides it's affordable, it's easy to cook. And with the study that we made, an average person can consume, kung malakas talaga, can consume around 800 grams.
Wow, 800 grams. Tingin ko yung mga kasama natin dito, ma-chicken din to, hindi lang direct.
That's only the average. What some can go from a kilo or 2 kilos. No, pero that's medyo malakas na yun.
Average pa lang yung nabanggit mo.
Yeah, that's average.
Okay. This is another research, Ron, and I hope you can comment on this as well. So the quick service restaurant is highly consolidated, and the top brands nga are holding over 90% market share. Pero there is a growing niche like yours, this specialized chicken wing franchises offering opportunities for new entrants. So, tingin mo ba you will eventually get this market share? I'm sure the competitors, the big ones, also are already looking at you, di ba? Either they make you smaller or bigger. What's your outlook on that?
Well, that's a vision of the company. That's a vision of the company na kahit papaano kumurot tayo ng konting market share diyan sa mga malalaking companies. And of course, lahat naman ng tao nagsasawa sa isang bagay, and they want to try out new things. That's why.
That is where you will position.
That's
your
right.
entry point.
That's right. That's right.
Like it's like you found a crease in it.
And that's a vision, because dati may nagtanong sa akin in helping me out, what is your vision? My vision is to grow this company all over the Philippines. Sabi ko, for the first 5 years, if I can grow into 15, 20 branches, I would be happy.
So now, Ron, speaking of growth, you now have 9 branches, and these are all company-owned.
No.
It's a mix na.
It's a mix.
But how many is company-owned?
Company-owned is 4.
Okay. So, in terms of vision now, parang you have targets, I'm sure. So, like say for 2025 and 26, do you have specific expansion plans in terms of opening new branches?
Yeah. This year, towards the end of the year, we should be growing up to 13 branches. If it's one company-owned and 3 more franchises.
Okay. Eksakto sa tanong na ito, sa usapang franchise, you now have, as you said, total of 9 stores and counting. Ano ba ang total investment na ilalabas ng isang gustong magnegosyo ng Wingfinity? Ayan, makinig na kayo mga kababayan, kasi I'm sure a lot of small business owners or would-be entrepreneurs would want to be interested in this very niche and innovative concept. So, itong pinag-uusapan, magkano ba ang pwedeng ilabas para magkaroon ako ng isang Wingfinity and Beyond?
Well, the initial capitalization that you need would be Around 1.5 to 1.6 million. But it depends on the size of the place that you're going to rent. Because
Normally, what's the smallest size that you require?
Normally the smallest would be 80 square meters. 80 square meters would be enough. But of course, if we want a bigger audience, we want bigger space or bigger, so we can accommodate much more customers. We can go up to 100 or 120 square meters.
Ron, katulad din ba ito ng same business model or business practice in other industry, especially with B2C, na yung location pa rin? Or pag sinabi mong chicken wings, medyo nag-iiba. O pwedeng online yan, or pwedeng sa talagang mall yan, or sa, di ba, parang as they say, di ba, location. Ganun din ba pag Wingfinity?
Yeah, it's the same, Sir Cesar. It's the same. We have to look at the location. High foot traffic, and near schools. That's the location that we want. Kasi same lang with the food industry. We have to have the high foot traffic talaga. Kasi kung hindi ka naman pupuntahan ng tao. It's either, if you're a popular brand, of course, people will go to you. But if you're just starting and pinapakilala mo yung sarili mo, we have to secure a good location.
Okay. Now, in terms of expansion, you mentioned that you have that specific targets already in mind, but a lot of people would also want, especially with the franchising business model, di ba? It's what is being practiced by many brands now. Do you think this franchising model will make it grow bigger?
Yeah, it will.
And also, you mentioned that it could be a combination. It's a company-owned and franchise.
Yeah.
So, do you have a specific mix on which would be bigger in terms of your investments?
Well, it's much more easier for you to franchise because andyan na lahat. You'll just do the hard work of putting up your own restaurants, but all the ingredients, all the know-hows, andyan na eh. Hindi ka na masyadong mahihirapan to think of a creative, innovative approach. Tuturo na namin lahat sa yan. So, doon, you'll grow much more bigger.
Kasi i-duplicate mo na lang, everything is preset. So here, one of the key things, especially in the franchise business model, is this. This is more on the support and training that you provide to franchisees. Di ba? Parang normally, that is the key. As you mentioned, ituturo na lang namin. Parang you have already a manual, you have a process. So, how easy is it to get a franchise from Wingfinity and Beyond compared to the other models? Why will they consider this option?
Well, in Wingfinity, it's like we babysit you. Parang we pamper you. From developing your business plan to designing your store to hiring your staff, training your staff, lahat yan gagawin namin. When you're going to open the store, andyan kami nakasuporta lahat. Even bukas ka na, meron kang kailangan, we are there. For me, being a hands-on franchisor, I go to each and every store, I visit them. I visit them, kinakamusta ko sila. May kailangan ba? Meron ba tayong kailangan i-improve? Parang magkaibigan tayo.
Partner talaga.
Yeah, partner tayo. So, we help each other out. Ganon ang Wingfinity.
Wow, okay. At sa mga nakarinig na niyan, sa mga gustong magpa-babysit kay Ron, so this one is cool. What are the key factors you consider when selecting locations for new franchises? I'm sure a lot of you would want to ask na. So, although dito, iba naririnig po namin dapat malapit sa school, mga ganyan. Sino ba yung normally nagke-crave sa mga Wingfinity offerings? At saan dapat, kunyari, when they consider for locations, where would this be?
Well, location, I started out near a school. Near a school in Mandaluyong. Near a college in Mandaluyong. Because I see students really, they crave for yung sulit talaga. You know?
Kasi limited eh.
Oo, sulit talaga. Alam mo naman ng estudyante. Diba? So, dyan tayo, we focus on that near schools and then malls. We go to malls where high foot traffic is. You know, so, yan ang mga kinu-consider namin na locations and also the factor of having students and especially call centers.
Are there other factors in the store that you think needs improvement? Like how will maybe the branding or the color of the store impact on the customer, or even the name, like what you have, Wingfinity and Beyond, does that count as well? And also in terms of the architectural design of the store, di ba? May mga ganon. Kasi ang napansin ko, Ron, dun sa Wingfinity and Beyond, which is just near us, it's the brand name and the color, which is a little bright,
right.
yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, of course, before we had the logo created and also the storefront. Kasi the first store was bare lang yun. Kasi we were just trying it out. Ano? And then upon developing, you know, the color really matters for food. You can see a lot of big restaurants. The color is really red, yellow. If kung mapapansin mo.
Yes.
Especially the fast foods.
Yes.
Because medyo capturing sa eyes yan. No? And of course, the architectural structure of the store. As much as possible, all our stores look the same. Also for the franchisees and company-owned, we have almost all the same designs. You know, because yan ang makaka-capture ng mata ng customers. And that will leave a lasting impression. So, yan ang mga factors na kailangan natin. Even the smallest things na yung sa menu natin, how you make the menu, how you make the chairs, the tables.
The layout, no?
Yeah, the layout. Yeah. Ganyan ang food industry. You know, because one negative impact, alam mo naman natin dito sa Pilipinas, one negative impact will really make a big scar on you.
Exactly. Sometimes it's make or break na rin talaga, di ba?
That's right.
And if, especially with the advent of social media, di ba, one mistake or one bad review, you know, can be shared and become viral. You know, speaking of that, you know, how do you handle maybe customer complaints or negative feedback, or you know, how do you handle, you know, in terms of marketing? We know that, diba, with the fierce competition, diba, sometimes there's a mystery shopper, halimbawa, in your store, and then they find something that's, we're telling this because, you know, there's a lot of small businesses and entrepreneurs who also would want, maybe in the future, to get a franchise from you.
There's a lot of challenges, especially with customer complaints. And of course, may makita lang silang konting dumi dyan. It will be viral na. No? So, of course, I trained all store managers na you have to talk to customers much more, kumbaga, politely and with a lot more patience. Alam naman ng tao, ang pasensya natin kailangan nahabaan natin because customers are always right. You know, so we value customers. So we have to explain, we don't have to make excuses naman. No, but we have to explain how did it happen and assure them that it will not happen again. And of course, you have to offer some kind of kumbaga pangbawi man lang para
which is key.
Which is the key.
Kasi for them to return.
But of course, you have to assess also because some are being abusive.
Exactly.
You know, we encounter a lot of this. You know, some are abusive, some are really normal na may complaints. You know, but some are medyo na-abuse na rin. Patience is the key. You have to handle them with a lot of patience.
in your industry, di ba, there's a lot of regulations as well, di ba, especially in terms of sanitation. So, if you go into this food business, ano yung dapat mo talagang malaman? Kung it's not necessarily easy talaga for you to do it because of the many regulations imposed by, government for compliance. May maliit lang na dumi or like, the things that we see in social media nagva-viral na. So, as maybe someone who's interested to get a franchise from you, is it necessary for me to learn about all these regulations, or I would just have to rely everything to you and help me manage it?
No, of course, we suggest all the would-be franchisee to also learn the system. Because, of course, in the food industry, as you have said, sanitary regulations are really strict. So we require the business owner to undergo a short, maybe a day or two of training on how to operate the business. To let them know also, there are certain regulations that local governments have. So
Iba-iba din yan.
Yeah, iba-iba yun. So we have to let them know, for this city, ganito yan. For this city, ganito. So we brief them on how to do it.
Oh, kasi iba-ibang ordinansa minsan yon.
That's right.
I see. But of course, everything is under the what government agency is regulating the food industry?
FDA.
FDA.
Yeah.
Food and Drug Administration. We've conversed about a lot of these positive things, but as an entrepreneur, Ron, I'm sure you also had your heartaches, di ba? Hindi naman rosy lahat, na as rosy as when you taste your chicken wings, di ba?
Yeah.
What were your major challenges naman, and what are your tips to entrepreneurs on how to, survive these challenges?
Starting a business is not that easy. There are really roadblocks, especially you source out the most important thing in your business, chicken wings. I went through a lot. I have to go to several towns, several places. I have to try. Hanggang sa talagang magsasawa ka sa chicken wings. Up until makuha mo yung tamang magpa-partner sa'yo. There are a lot of roadblocks. Meron kang ma-meet na magsusupply sa'yo and then hindi darating. And that would really hamper your operations. And for the ingredients, sometimes mahanap mo dito sa lugar na to. After that, hindi mo na mahanap. You have to go to other places again.
And tsaka you have to maintain consistency, di ba?
You have to maintain consistency. So finding the right supplier is the key. Kasi like what you said, kailangan may consistency tayo. Hindi tayo pwede magpalit. So yan ang medyo mabigat sa ating negosyo. But my advice for would-be franchisees, you have to know the industry. You have to know the industry by heart. If you're going to franchise, you have to know the franchise system. You have to know the food costs, labor costs, and of course, you have to follow the franchise system. Kasi if you don't follow the franchise system, kung lilihis ka sa kanila, you'll do your own. I will not say hindi ka magsasucceed, pero of course, the proven fact that we are doing the franchise business is for you to be successful. The last thing that I always say to would-be franchisee or would-be business owners is you have to have the hard work. You have to exert your effort and you have the hard work. Because yun ang mga ingredients to be successful. You have to work hard, you have to exert all your effort. Kasi if not, kung sasabihin mo, hindi, franchise ko yan, bahala na manager ko. No, you have to be also on the business. Even if how busy you are, at least you know how to run the business, you exerted your effort. In the long run, that would be your success.
Well said, Ron. There are some Filipino brands that reached the the global stage already. Do you have that also in the horizon? Do you dream of having Wingfinity and Beyond in Asian countries or other parts of the world?
Of course, of course. That's everyone's dream, for you to be known, not just locally, but internationally.
But what's your outlook there with the business climate, with the franchising opportunities? Is government or the private sector giving us these investment opportunities also for you to grow here domestically and also in the international market?
Yeah, there are sectors that really support our small and medium enterprises. And so it would be a key for you to be known globally. There are certain government agencies that can help.
Where will they find Wingfinity and Beyond if they have questions, if they want to call your office to get a franchise?
For would-be franchisees or for those interested, Wingfinity and Beyond, you can find us in Del Monte Avenue, Visayas Avenue here in Quezon City. We have also one in Mandaluyong, Marikina. We have Taft Avenue also, and in near UST. You can visit us, try our mouth-watering chicken wings and all the flavors. We are open every day from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Thank you, Mr. Ron Jeremy Quan, the founder of Wingfinity and Beyond, on the topic Wings of Opportunity, taking cravings to new heights.
Hep, hep, hep! Hanap niyo ba ay programang puno ng kwento ng pagmamahal, pagsubok at tagumpay? At mga espesyal na panauhin habang tinatalakay ang kanilang inspiring stories na tungkol sa pamilya, buhay at tahanan. Ano pa hinihintay nyo? Huwag niyong palampasin tuwing Sabado at Linggo, dito lang yan sa Ito ang Tahanan, Net25.
Let's get together sa Net25. Sa Net25.
Filipino fashion is creative by nature, but if paired with business-savvy leadership, ethical production, and government support, it can once again be a major economic driver, creating jobs, exports, and a cultural legacy that's proudly our own. At the Philippine Fashion Awards, we'll meet some of the awardees and hopefully get to know more of their business in fashion. Joining me are our Starcadas, Gia Gonzalez and Starcada Patrick Rojas, who will be taking the pulse of the most influential personalities in fashion and business.
Thank you so much, CRV. Yes, that's right. We're here at the show, A Force for Filipino Creativity. Welcome to the Philippine Fashion Awards. I am Gia Gonzalez.
It's a night where style meets strategy and fashion meets finance, where designers, entrepreneurs, and innovators are all under one roof. I am Patrick Rojas.
And we'll take you behind the scenes from the red carpet to real talk with the minds shaping the business of fashion in the Philippines. Let's go, guys.
I am just like overwhelmed, and I'm just like very thankful because, you know, this award is not actually for me. It is for all the women out there, men and women out there in fashion. Because this is what I do, I empower them. And because of empowering these women, I inspire them, so this is for them. Because of my charity work, the pageantry is more of a noble cause. It's not about just beauty, it's beauty inside, you know? So we call it the Noble Queen, so it's more of like advocacy. That's why it's called Noble Queen, because it is nobility in the heart, not just beauty inside the heart. And of course, the philanthropy, because I have the One Heart, One Goal. It's a charity. Basically, we use our heart. We have to love in order to be able to serve. And that's what I am trying to pass through the younger generation, because, you know, we live here in a temporary world. Our time is just temporary. So what else should I do? Being an elderly amongst them or a little older than them, then I should make sure that I empower the younger ones.
As in, sobrang overwhelmed po yung nararamdaman ko ngayon to showcase the beauty of the Cordillera weaves.
Did you grow up there? Was that the inspiration ng designs nyo?
Okay, ang inspirations po ng design ko is the 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗏 itself. My mom is a Igorota, so yon to honor the roots po namin. And then, nung nag-start po ako mag-design, ito na talaga yung isa sa gusto kong i-promote. Promoting ethnic weaves ng Pilipinas para makilala hindi lang siya nationally kundi international.
You know, to be recognized is such an accomplishment because people are actually looking at you and looking up to you. So it's actually a responsibility also that people are recognizing your talent and your effort. So you should be living a life of humility and excellence.
Actually, I feel very grateful and I feel very honored as a young designer for years, and I'm just very happy that I think Philippine Fashion Awards is very generous on giving awards to young designers and to recognize us. And I think this is a big opportunity for us to showcase what Philippine fashion in the future and of this generation holds.
Emerging fashion designers, please tell us how it all started.
Okay, it all started in 2021 actually. So as you know, that time it was COVID-19, it was lockdown, they have to wear masks. They are required to wear a mask. But the thing is, it's at the cost of our environment. So at that time, we thought we want to protect the people, at the same time protect the environment. So we came up with fashionable masks. And the thing about our fashionable mask, it's unique because we brought Japan closer to the Philippines. We used the Japanese textile to create fashionable, sustainable masks.
What do you feel seeing your designs up there on stage?
Actually, I feel grateful for this Philippine Fashion Award to be chosen as one of the Emerging Fashion Designer 2025.
Sure, you know, when I saw your design up there, my jaw was dropped. It was very high fashion. Can you tell me how you incorporated your story or pagiging Filipino and your style?
My collection titled Depths of Despair, it's inspired of different kind of heavy emotions. Medyo edgy siya, strong, makikita mo yung mga different emotions doon.
Kumusta po yung experience being able to showcase your designs here in PFA?
Masaya. It was a fun experience being with different kinds of people around here in the Philippines.
Po, no? Yung designs sobrang ganda nila. I'm just really curious po kung ano po yung backstory behind them.
I'm from the 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗏𝗏, from Benguet ako. At saka yung backstory ko is inspired by Atok, inspired by Northern Blossom, yung collection ko. Tapos gusto ko din kasing mag-add ng ethnic sa mga designs ko. Kasi gusto ko pong tangkilikin natin ang sariling atin.
Totoo naman po, very important po talaga yun, no? Sa tingin niyo po, ano po yung signature look nyo na talagang hindi mawawala sa mga design nyo po?
Ang laging hindi mawawala sa mga designs ko is yung inabal ng Benguet. Kasi doon ako nanggaling, doon ako pinalaki.
Well, we are so blessed and honored and humbled for this esteemed award, and this actually gives us an inspiration and motivation to be more trusted in our field.
So please tell me how important it is for our fellow Filipinos to value the musical aspect of our talents.
Well, actually, it's innate in our values, especially in our culture as Filipino. When they say you're Filipino, they always think, they equate it actually that you are a good singer. Right? So it is very important for you to be able to have a good diction, pronunciation, and consistent practice.
Wow, Sir Raymond, we witnessed your performance a while ago, and now someone receiving an award in arts and entertainment. It's very refreshing, no? So please tell me, as a Filipino performer or an art enthusiast, through the sound that in your voice, what message do you want to give to our fellow Filipinos?
Well, of course, worldwide, Filipinos are known for being a good singer. So I'd like to, of course, encourage a lot of Filipinos, especially the young ones, or not even the young ones, but to, hone your talents when it comes to singing or whatever you're doing. So I think it's not late or start to have a good singing career or hosting or even commercials. And I think what you have to do is just really hone your talent.
Can you tell me the significance of traditional entertainment, like what we just did a while ago with people's shortened attention span? How and why should we still value traditional entertainment?
Well, we know that live entertainment is live entertainment. I mean, you really have to innovate, you really have to hone your talent and showcase to all the viewers that live entertainment is still in. Yeah, just try to practice, because they always say practice makes perfect, right? So just hone your talent and of course, believe in yourself.
Na-witness ko po ang inyong mga creation. You collabed with such a talented fashion designers with Sir John Guarnes. Now, tell me, paano nagsimula ang collaboration nyo?
Some artists, in-introduce ako kay Sir John to be featured on his column. And in return, magkaroon po kami ng collaboration. So dito sa event na to, magkaroon ako ng series ng animals para po i-combine sa kanyang series of design naman ng mga damit.
What does this award mean to you?
It means a lot to me being named as influential personality. That means I was able to influence a lot of people because my advocacy is sustainable fashion, as we all know. And I also educate people how to dress up properly. And that's very important.
What a night! A perfect blend of artistry, enterprise, and national pride. From the runway to business, we saw how fashion goes beyond the fabric. As an industry, as a career, and as a movement.
That is very much correct, Iya. And again, congratulations to all the winners and change makers. The future of Filipino fashion is both business-minded and brighter than ever. Until next time, this has been Patrick Rojas
and Gia Gonzalez.
And with that, our biz word of the week is not spicy, it's 𝗬𝗏𝗍. 𝗬𝗏𝗍 is combining sweet and spicy flavors on menus with everything from chicken wings to beverages. In a market segment where there are many players, innovation and a deep understanding of local tastes can lead to a successful franchise in the competitive quick service restaurant industry. While the Philippines chain restaurant market projected to reach $42.2 billion by 2032 and QSRs contributing over 56% of market revenue, investing in a chicken wing franchise offers a flavorful opportunity for entrepreneurs. As chicken continues to dominate Filipino plates, now is an opportune time to consider diving into this thriving market. And with that, our quote of the week is from American chef James Bird. He said, "Food is our common ground, a universal experience." Maraming salamat. Thank you so much, Ron, at maraming salamat sa isang oras na pagsama ninyo sa amin upang tunghayan ng isang makabuluhang usapan ukol sa negosyo. Dito lang sa Open for Business. Hanggang sa susunod na linggo, samahan nyo kaming muli dito sa Open for Business. Catch us to on Facebook and YouTube. Like and subscribe on our social media page at Net25TV. We will bring you more insights from industry experts, thought leaders, CEOs, and featured SMEs. Together, let us help encourage business development in the Philippines. Sharpen your business acumen, feel the pulse, and set the trend for as long as you are informed and open for business. Ito po si 𝗚𝗶𝗴𝗏𝗧𝗩. Marami pong salamat.